Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearnings. This is the next video in the series and we will continue working on user interface. In this video particularly, we are going to look at how to build that mechanism of fetching the data, presenting the data on the form using the VBA and the SQL. And in this video, we will be looking at conducting the VBA for expense category and fetching the data and displaying on the list box. So if you're someone interested in learning, then I hope that this video will be very useful for you. So watch till the end. Now, before I begin all of that, I would like to ask you, if you are not subscribed to my channel, if you haven't done yet, so please do that. It's free of cost. And if you end up liking my content, smash the like button and hit the bell icon as well, so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. Now, if you haven't watched the previous videos in this series, I would strongly suggest that you should watch all the videos. The link for the entire playlist is in the description below. So you should watch from the start till now and maybe till the end, so you can get end-to-end experience on developing small applications like this. Now, let's get started. So in the last video, I demonstrated how to fetch the information for budget, how to populate that, and then how to perform a double-click event and open the respective record in a form that can be used to edit or modify the record generally. Now, in this video, we are going to do kind of similar thing, but it will be a little bit different, because in this video, the form that we are going to pop open and populate record into is a bound form. So that means there will be a little bit less VBA coding and a little bit quicker. So let's get started. Now, if I go to the design view of this form, and we are going to look at the record source from where we are going to actually fetch the data, modify the data in. So that's what we are going to look at. And basically, I'm talking about the categories table. Now you can see that one of the record I've created as a sample in this particular table. So we have three columns: category ID, category name, and status. This is what we are going to use. So we're going to fetch this information, populate onto this list box, and then have a double click event which will fire up the form, which form category is F, and it will open the respective record which was double click. So I know it's a little bit lengthy explanation, but I thought it is necessary to explain what I'm doing so you can kind of relate to throughout this video. So let's close that. And now let's get to the VBA and let's see how we are going to achieve it. So first of all, I'm going to select the Manage Expense Categories button, and I'm going to go to the Property Sheet, Event tab, On Click Event, ... Code Builder, and here we are in VBA Editor. Now I'm going to zoom in. Don't worry, I know it's a very small font. For some reason, I'm unable to change the font size in the VBA Editor, so I thought I'll use magnifier, which is great. Now, here when user clicks on this button, the data should be fetched from the table and should be presented onto the list box which is located on the main form. So that's what we are going to do. But before that, I always, or at least from this video series, I've started asking and I've started practicing myself to actually do the commenting, because your own code you will forget after 4 months or 3 months or even 1 month. If you come back to VBA Editor, and you will be thinking, why did I write this code? Trust me, this will happen. All right. Anyway, so first I'm going to say populate, or change the caption of a button and the label. All right. What button, what label, I'm going to tell you. So first I'm going to say me.lbl now showing .caption equals, and that would be categories. Remember, we are using these list boxes, buttons for multiple purposes. So that's why we have to do this mechanism. me.btn create .caption equals create category. All right. So that's about it. Now I'm going to paste the statement that I copied, and I'm going to say populate categories on the list box. So here we go. Now because it's a list box, we have to define the row source, and we will define using the SQL statement. So for example, if I come here, where is it? So if I come here, here we go, this is the code block. Now we will say me dot list main dot row source equal, and then we will use the select statement. So we'll say select category ID, category name, and status from where? From this table. All right, so categories categories T table. Okay, because this is the table we are using to fetch the record. So let's go back to the VB editor, and we'll say from the categories T, not F. All right, F is form. There is no parameter, we are not going to use any parameter, so that's why we are not going to use the where clause with this statement. All right, so that's done. Now we will define some of the properties of this list box. So we'll say me dot list main dot column heads equal true, me dot list main dot column count. There will be 3 columns, remember we have seen that table. And then we'll say me dot list main dot column width. So we'll define width. If I'm not mistaken, 16 centimeter is the width of the list box. So first column we are going to hide to 0 centimeter. All right, and then we'll say 8 centimeter, and then 8 centimeter. Hopefully this will work. If not, we'll come back here and we will fix it. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's save it. Let's do a compile, and there's no error. That's great. Now let's go ahead and do the coding behind create button and LBL now showing the list box, not behind this, but behind the list box double click event. So first we'll tackle the create button, dot dot dot. Here I am. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it clearly. So in here, let's copy this comment statement. If now showing is categories, then all right, now we'll say else if me dot LBL now showing dot caption equal categories. All right, then do cmd dot open form, and which form? It's called categories F. That's the name of the form. If you'll see here, categories F. Okay, but here's the catch. We want to open this form to add a new record. So we'll say comma 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 and ACC form add. That's where we are in the IntelliSense. If you'll see data mode as AC form open data mode equal, and then property setting. So this is what we were looking for. Now you know what, to save your time and my time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this entire code, and I will tell you why. Now let's zoom out. Okay, let's do a compile debug. There's no error. That's great. Now we will do the double click event, and we will write a code dot dot dot. Here we are, and I'm going to paste in here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, if now showing is categories, then categories, and hang on a second, else if we not different categories, then do some reform. Here we have to do a little bit of change, so I'm going to get rid of this. Everything else remains same, but I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to give where clause or where information, basically ID we are going to give information for. So comma comma comma, and we have a where condition. IntelliSense is asking give me the where condition. I will open the form. So double quote, and I'll say category ID equal ampersand me dot list main dot column 0. If in case you're wondering what he's writing, what he has done, then let me explain. We are opening this form. When user double click on this list box, we are opening categories F form, but we are opening to a specific record which was selected and double clicked on, and that's where this line of code, this bit will comes in. All right, so hopefully you understood why I've written that code. Now let's zoom out, let's save it, debug it and close it, and it's time to do the testing. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit again, so you can see it clearly. Maybe it will not work, but let's see. Okay, so manage expense categories. There we are. We have the proper fetching of the data. Now if I'll click on create category, we're getting the form. So let's say we create a new category, food, and it gets created. We click on this button again and we have the food. Now let's say we have to modify, so I double click, we get food, and I can modify the category name and I can update it. There you go. That's about it. This is what I wanted to demonstrate. I hope that this was useful. I hope that you have learned something in this video, and this will help you later on when you are actually going to develop your own application. If you're still watching, thank you very much, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button if you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one, I guess.